Our next guest is an 8-time Grammy-winning musician who's embarking on his first ever orchestral tour, including a stop at the Hollywood Bowl on July 6th with the LA Philharmonic. Please welcome Beck. Hello, Beck.
Sir.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
You know the last time I saw you?
My next door neighbor's house.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was a party.
When was that?
I'm going to say it was 5 years ago.
It was right before COVID.
Before COVID, yeah. And I was kind of thought, there's Beck.
We were talking on the stairs.
We were talking on the stairs. Good memory.
And you gave me your email address,
That's right.
which I still remember.
But you
And
never
it's the
emailed.
most Canadian email address I've ever
I know.
I won't say what it is.
It was take off, you hoser. No, it wasn't that. That's Bob and Doug. No, but you never, by the way, you never emailed me, so thanks.
I was going to email, and it was COVID, and it was like, is that awkward to try
Well,
to hang
you're a real
out?
scientist, aren't you? You think
know.
you can't email during COVID?
Well, I wanted to email to hang out.
Oh, hey, yeah, we couldn't hang out.
We couldn't hang out.
Well,
But we're hanging out now.
we're hanging out now.
Yeah.
It is an amazing, amazing career that you've had. It's an unbelievable career. And I was
Thank you.
reading about you recently, like an hour ago. And no, that's no, but
Wikipedia.
no, but I was reading about you, like at 19 you just go to New York without any money or any hopes, with just it's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
Does it seem naive now,
Somebody
or
should
would
have
you do
stopped
the
me.
same thing?
I guess it takes a little naivete to do what we do, you know,
Yeah.
in a way, to sort
But-
of believe that you can come up with something or you can make something that people like.
And how long were you really, really poor?
It was an eternity. Yeah.
No, I mean, it was like your first record was about 5 years later.
Yeah. It's probably about 5 years later. I was about 23, I think. Yeah.
And I love this story. Tell the story about how you were a folk singer, but grunge was popular, so you had
Right.
to invent something.
I decided to be a folk singer at the worst time to be a folk singer. Like, folk singing had its heyday like 30 years before.
Yeah.
And I was
like
like,
getting into
I was
the
like a
hula hoop.
one man, like, let's bring it back. Come on, let's do this. Banjos, anybody? So I would play folk music at these, bars and clubs, and it was pretty much the grunge era. It was, how loud you could be was, your badge of honor. And so people would be like, what's this acoustic guitar? Wasn't cool. So people would talk through my shows, and it was hard to get their attention. So I had this show. It was actually down here on Hollywood Boulevard, a place called Raji's, and I got this idea to come out on stage with a leaf blower. So I covered the stage with leaves, and then I feel really bad about this actually, because if you live in LA, you know there's leaf blowers everywhere. I mean, leaf blowers, there's battalions of them marching down the street,
Yes.
it's
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 us
what you
going
wake
to-
up in the morning, like in a normal city, you hear birds, but in LA, you hear leaf blowers.
No, there's not one moment there isn't a leaf over here. Yeah.
It's omnipresent. So,
So you bring them-
I turned it on. The only place I could turn this thing on was in the ladies' bathroom, because it was right next to the stage. There was no backstage, so I did let it rip back there.
And did it help you?
There's the fumes of it are just horrible. I mean,
No, I don't mean did the fumes help you. I'm saying did the noise.
the fumes
they
hit
pay
me.
more attention.
The fumes hit me. I came out. I blew the leaves on the audience, and and I got their
So
attention.
it was performance art,
It's performance art.
but you were still doing the answer, my friend.
Blowing in,
Yeah, exactly.
leaf blowing in the wind. Yeah.
And then, when you were about 25 when you had your first hit?
Yeah, I think I was 22.
22.
Yeah.
So that was
And it was a
fast.
weird one because we put it out. We took it to all the labels. They didn't want it. So then we gave it. My friends put it out themselves, like 500 copies. And then it just organically got on the radio and it went #1. And then I got a record deal. So it's kind of, everything was backwards.
And I kept seeing you on TV saying, look how well David Spade is doing.
I still get that.
Of course.
I was walking down the street in New Orleans and some tourists were like, look, honey, it's David Spade.
And now you've got to hang with the hippest, most powerful musicians in the world. You perform with everybody. There was a clip, when was this? It was Oscar night or something with McCartney. When did that happen?
Oh, yeah, Paul McCartney.
Tell that story about, you go to whose party?
No, it was the Grammys. We were going to a
Grammys.
Grammys party. We were together. There was a brass band playing, the New Orleans jazz band. And he said, my wife wants to go dancing. So I said, I think Mark Ronson is DJing. We could go dance there. So we go to Hollywood, and we had the wrong address. So we're like, I think this place looks like it could be. So we go to the place, and it was all like gates closed, doors are closed. He's rattling on the gate, like, hello! And then we circle around and go to another bar. It's locked. We can't find it. And then we see some people and some SUVs. We're like, okay, that's the party. And we go up, and Paul's like, can we come in? And the doorman says, nope, not going in.
We actually have a clip of this. Can we show this?
Do you have a favorite?
Okay, I need my...
How VIP do we gotta get?
So Paul, there's no way they rejected you from the
Back
parties
up,
now.
guys. Just back up, please. Thank you.
Where are you gonna go now? What? That's crazy.
Well, baby.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
That was Woody and Taylor Hawkins, right?
What's that?
Taylor Hawkins, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. And Woody.
Yeah.
Well, okay, and then you're doing this.
Does this happen to you, by the way?
What?
The VIP, get into the party.
Oh, I've gotten rejected so many times.
I get turned away all the time.
Yeah.
Selena, you've never been rejected from parties.
1,000%.
That's not true.
1,000%. It takes me 3 hours to even look like this, and I don't want to look like this. I want to be in my
I've been to her
sweatpants.
house. She has a great house.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave your house if I was you.
Well, I don't, so there you go.
And all right, well, tickets to Beck's orchestral tour are on sale right now at Beck.com. And we'll be back with music from Beck.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum, ba-dum.